For our audience feedback, we did a lesson in class where we literally just sat in front of the big projector and everyone took it in turns to play their videos, and we had a sheet in front of us with criticisms, strengths, things to improve on, etc. About the video. And what it did, it enabled us to get criticisms for our own video, and it helped other people to see how they could improve. So it was like a joint effort, and obviously everyone wanted to get criticisms back and strengths back, so everyone would put their effort in so they would get it back, if that makes sense. After we watched our video, everyone wrote down what they thought we could improve on, and generally we did really well. I don't know if that was because people didn't want to be harsh or anything, but on the first question it was how well does the video match the code conventions of the chosen genre. So that means like does like the mise en scene, like locations and everything, does it all relate to dance? 4 out of 5 people ticked excellent, so obviously it means that that's the highest you can get. So they said like things like the red cups, the inflatable things, the locations of a house party were really good, like because obviously it was in a house. And then 1 person out of 5 ticked proficient. And it like comments that everyone's clothes are chosen carefully, the genre goes really nicely, and the photos look quite good, because at the beginning of the video we've got photos overlaying each other, and the good thing about that is it was an actual house party, so it was real, it wasn't as if it was all set up. We literally went around and took photos, and a lot of people noticed that it did resemble a real party, and that's probably because it was. The second question was how far did the editing choices support the narrative performance or concept base. Obviously we're narrative, we haven't got any performance or concept base. 2 out of 5 people put excellent and 3 out of 5 people put proficient. The main thing that people commented on was cut to the beat. On every scene we did it, so like say if it's changed a scene, it's always on the beat. I think with a dance song it's got quick cuts, and if it doesn't go to the beat then you can see that quite clearly. Obviously we haven't got a band, it's not an indie song, so there's no performance base. Our lip syncing, we got told that was good as well, which was question 3, so how effective is the combination of images and sound. 2 out of 5 people ticked excellent, 2 out of 5 people proficient, and 1 out of 5 ticked basic. We put images fit in with music and the type of music the lip syncing is good in time with everything. Lip syncing is in time, pictures change to the beat. It's good as you don't get bored. I think with a dance song, doing like research and things like that, you notice that it always cuts to the beat. There's fast shots, obviously the slower the song, the slower shots. And our song Memories is constant beat, and we found that quite tricky when we did the filming, that there was a lot of shots we needed to take, because if you have a shot on for too long, you can see it with the beat and you can see it's not up-tempered. And also the other thing, with having a house party and things, obviously we couldn't move everything that didn't resemble the genre we were looking at, so especially when we're in the house, quick beats so people can't notice little blips, so like a photo, like a family photo on the wall and things. Obviously obvious things we did try and move, but we couldn't obviously move everything, so especially when we've got a clip of us walking around the house filming, you couldn't possibly move everything, so that was good as well. Question 4, how effective is the use of camera work in producing an effective product? Framing, shot variety, control of camera, close attention to mise en scene. 1 out of 5 people ticked excellent and 4 out of 5 ticked proficient. Wide variety throughout the video, looks amazing, good varied camera angles and close-ups. The costumes go well within the video and genre. Maybe the use of more effects as you lot will make it look brilliant. After receiving that comment, we did actually change, and we've got a lot of effects. We've got loads of split screens, transitions. One thing that we have kept consistent throughout is when we've got the camera, we move it to a black wall, as if he's passing through rooms into a party, and we've used that quite a lot through our video. It looks quite effective, and it does show the transition from moving to location to another location. Loads of different shot shoes, really captures the audience eyes and attention, like it, different angles and editing look brilliant. Once we did receive that audience feedback, we worked on what we could improve on. I mean, there wasn't, as you can see, there wasn't very many criticisms, which we were really happy with. But what we did, like we did improve on making sure it did cut to the beat, making sure lip syncing was exact. the good thing about being in my group, we're all perfectionists. If we see something's out of time, we won't leave it just to crack on. We'll just really nail it and try and get it the best we can. And when it cuts to the beat, we've noticed that how important it is. At the beginning, I don't think we realised how many shots we did actually need. And the good thing about our filming is we did a lot of extra filming that we didn't think we'd need. We just did it just generally, like when we walk around the house, we were just messing about sort of thing. And it's those shots that we really need. They do look quite good, and the fact that they are unplanned, because when you see in music videos like an American Pie and things like that, the camera is handheld and it's wobbling and it's that sort of thing. Even though they are planned, it looks unplanned, but we, as we were just walking around, it just made it look good. And it's we've made it speed up, and then when it gets to different groups to slow it down, so that it does suit the genre. So yeah, overall we was pleased with the target audience, and what we're going to do is after we do finish the video, we're going to put it on Facebook and things like that, and get our friends to comment on it, and again to get more improvements on it. Same with the digipack and the advert. We're just going to get a hell of a load of feedback to see what we can improve on and things like that, because it does help, because our school friends do fit into our target audience of the late teens to early 20s, so our year and our friends do really resemble what people would think if we did release a song and things like that. So the target audience is really suited, and so the feedback we do get is really relevant. So yeah.